Hey everybody, welcome to Hockey SKATEDOWN. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join a hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much, and let's get started. There's a lot of rumors surrounding Pierre Luc Dubois and these trade rumors that are going around. You know, ever since he signed his new contract, there's been rumors as of the night before that he wanted a change of scenery. Now, I don't like when a player says this because there's more behind the scenes that they're not letting to believe. So the very next day, he signed a deal, a 2-year deal worth $10 million, which is an AAV of $5 million. And that very next day, I think he was on NHL Network talking with Captain Nick Foligno. And they had separate segments where they talked. You heard Nick Foligno talk first, and he said everything a true captain would say. How he's talked to Pierre, and he doesn't get that. He doesn't get that from him. That he wants to go elsewhere. He wants players that are going to play for this team and want to be here. They're trying to keep it in the locker room, and he just says that this is something the media is trying to spin around. So he said all the right things a captain should say, but when it came to Pierre Luc Dubois, I didn't get that vibe. I got what he was saying was what a player would say at this point, especially with rumors going around, going to a different team. But the way he was saying it kind of gave me that assumption that he was kind of leaning with one foot out the door. So we'll have to wait and see with this. It's just an odd thing how that rumor would come out the night before you sign a contract. It still perplexes me. And I remember when I put it on my wall, a lot of people were saying, oh, he just did that because he wanted the money, where I think this is definitely a sign and trade. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on this. There's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be wanting to call Jarmo Kekalainen to make a deal with them for him. So in this video, I'm going to mention a couple of them, namely the Boston Bruins, the Calgary Flames, the Winnipeg Jets, Detroit Redwings, Montreal Canadiens, and the New York Rangers, who some of them already expressed interest in what it may take to make a trade for him. So, before I get into them, just to talk a bit about Pierre Luc Dubois, 22 years old, 6'3", 218 pounds, great frame for a big center. He's a 2016 first-round pick, third overall. And talking about his stats, in 2017-2018, he played in 82 games, 20 goals, 28 assists, 48 points. 2018-2019, he played in 82 games, 27 goals, 34 assists, 61 points. And in 2019-2020, he played in 70 games, 18 goals, 31 assists, 49 points. For his career, he's played in 234 games, 65 goals, 93 assists, 158 points. And in the playoffs, he's played in 26 games, 8 goals, 11 assists, 19 points. So he's played pretty well in the playoffs. The teams that are interested, and let's get to them. So first I'm going to talk about the Boston Bruins. Jimmy Murphy cited a source claiming GM Don Sweeney had looked into what it may take to acquire Dubois. The article suggested Jake DeBrusk, Charlie Coyle, and a draft pick. Didn't mention what round draft pick, but that's what they're saying as a framework for a trade for Dubois, which is kind of interesting. You're getting a good young winger, you're getting a center, and I'm guessing is going to be a high draft pick, maybe a first or a second round pick. So you could see a framework there of a trade that kind of makes some sort of sense. I know Boston may want to get a bit younger, with Krejci getting older and everything like that. They may want to add another young center. So you could see a deal maybe working. But we're going to have to wait and see with this. I think Boston's going to make a big move this year. We'll have to wait and see if it's for Dubois. The next one was Calgary that they mentioned. And this one they talked about an even swap for Sean Monahan. They said that Monahan and maybe a pick to Sweden, maybe a first, maybe a second, I don't know. But, Monahan's a little bit older than Dubois. They put up similar points last year. So you heard constant trade rumors with Sean Monahan. You heard it with Johnny Gaudreau as well from Calgary. Are they wanting to move one of them? I don't know. To me, it's just rumors until you start hearing it from a lot of different sources. But I did hear Monahan's name mentioned, so it would be interesting, this sort of trade as well. But I think it's going to be other moving parts too. The Jets, they talked about an even swap for Patrik Laine, and I don't see this trade at all. I don't see it. I love what Laine offers Winnipeg. I still think they should work out whatever they can, but it's just constant trade rumors you're hearing with Patrik Laine going to a different team. Even as of training camp when they asked him, and he said, well, I'm here, ain't I? So you could sense that there's something there. You don't know if this is going to be a trade that's happening. You've been hearing his name mentioned in trade rumors for I don't know how long, but it's just constant, and I hope that him and Winnipeg can work it out because I love what he offers Winnipeg. They need that goal scoring that he offers, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with him and his future with the Winnipeg Jets. Detroit Red Wings. according to Aaron Portzline, he tweeted out, and he used to work for the Columbus Dispatch. He tweeted out that Stevie Y is seriously interested in making a trade with the Columbus Blue Jackets, for Dubois. It didn't mention who, but I really hope Detroit doesn't do it. I really like what they're building. I like what they've drafted in recent years, especially with Seider and, this year with Raymond, and Soderblom is a gem, and I think it was the 6th round. I like what they're building. Stevie Y knows how to build a team through the draft. I hope they don't throw that away or give away a lot of pieces for one player. I really don't. I know Dubois is a phenomenal talent, a big center, but I really like what they've been building in Detroit, and I really hope they stick to their plan and keep building through the draft. I love their players. Zadina's definitely a player that I really like. I love Larkin, Mantha, and Bertuzzi. I think they have a good young team. I hope they stay on the path and don't make a big move like this. So I don't think they will, but him tweeting that out, maybe, you never know. Montreal. Now, the Montreal one is just... The first one, I'm going to read it because it was in the article, but it's not going to happen. The first one they said was Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield, and they said that no guarantee the Canadiens would be willing to part with one or either. I don't think so as well. I love Suzuki on this team. I love what Cole Caulfield has done that we've seen in him playing, but I don't see these trades. I think Caulfield is definitely a piece of their future. He's definitely going to help this team out with goal scoring down the line, and I really love what Suzuki adds to this team. The other package that they included, that they mentioned, was a bit more in line, that it could make sense. You had Philippe Danault and prospect Kaiden Guhle. Bergeron, I think, will make a big move. Will it be this one? I don't know, but Danault kind of had similar points to Dubois. In his career, 50 goals, 175 points, where Dubois had 158 points. So they're kind of in line, both centers. I know the difference in size, but throwing in prospect Kaiden Guhle, I love that kid. I saw him play in the World Juniors. I wanted the Devils to draft him if he would have fell to us at the 18th spot if Mercer wasn't there. This kid is a great defenseman. He's got great size. He can move the puck. You could see the way he was handling the situations in World Juniors. He's a very poised, young defensive prospect that I really hope the Canadiens don't move. So I see this as being more of a reasonable trade, but I really hope Montreal holds on to Kaiden Guhle. I love what this kid has to offer, and he's going to be a phenomenal talent, watching him grow in Romanov in the future years for the Canadiens. So I don't see it, but I do see it kind of working out, but I hope they don't throw in Kaiden Guhle. But, I've heard other trades with Montreal as well, and I think that if they're on the right path this year, I definitely love everything that Bergeron has done. I've done a lot of videos on Montreal. I love what he's done, the additions he's made to this team, but if they see that they're really there, if they need that extra push, will Bergeron make a big move like this? We'll have to wait and see. And the last one I want to get to is the New York Rangers, and they're definitely one of those teams that I've done videos on this. I've talked about it a lot, that they have the assets to move if they want to add another big center for this team. So, I know they recently re-signed Strome, but I really think that he's going to be part of this package, and he is in this article they mentioned. The article mentions Strome and other pieces like Vitaly Kravtsov or K'Andre Miller. Vitaly Kravtsov, I've heard, has been in trade rumors this past offseason, and K'Andre Miller has looked surprisingly good in this, not surprisingly good, but he's looked really good in this camp. He was a talented prospect from when he was drafted, and, they knew he was going to be something special in this pipeline, and he looked really good. He's really turning a lot of heads in this training camp. So maybe he could take one of the spots this year that the Rangers have and push the defenseman out. We'll have to wait and see, but this article is talking about him being part of the package, but the way Columbus Blue Jackets are talking, I think they may want more, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But Pierre Lebrun said that I'm guessing next summer the Rangers are going to get around to find another top 6 center. A 1-2 punch of Zibenajad and Dubois with all that talent on the wings. He said, yikes, that's scary. And yeah, I mean, it really is. If they add... If they had a tandem of Zibenajad and Dubois with all those wingers like Lafreniere, Panarin, Kreider, and Kaako, that's a good top 6. So, but then Larry Brooks came out in the article as of yesterday and said that the Columbus Blue Jackets would insist either Lafreniere or Kaako are part of the deal. And I know the Rangers aren't going to want to move those either one of those two. So this is going to be an interesting story. As it moves on, you're going to hear a lot more teams getting thrown into the mix because a lot of teams would love to add a number one center with that size and skill that Dubois offers. So definitely keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on these teams. I think they're definitely going to be teams that are going to be circling around to see if they can work out a deal to try to get him at a lower level. But we'll have to wait and see. But, comment below what you think about this. Who do you think is going to land Dubois? Do you think Dubois just stays with the Columbus Blue Jackets and things work out there? Comment below and let me know. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Smash that like button. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the Hockey Skate Down. Join our hockey team. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great night. Take it easy. Be safe.